Welcome to part 3 of our post-production video series. LUTs, or lookup tables, are a way for the flat-looking log footage recorded by the MAVO camera to be interpreted and displayed with correct contrast and color while editing. The MAVO stores the LUTs that were used to monitor on set along with each clip in the recording media, which means we can reliably see the same image in editing that was seen on set. There are 3 ways to work with LUTs while editing in Premiere. We can either apply the LUT to the entire timeline using an adjustment layer, or apply LUTs to each clip individually, either before or after you make an edit. The first option is the simplest and allows for a quick on-off of the LUT on your timeline and is most ideal for editing long narrative projects. The second option pre-applies the LUT to all your clips before you even start editing, which is convenient, but it is more complicated to turn the LUT off and on and to make involved color grades later. The final option gives you the ability to easily color grade individual clips throughout the editing process, but it can be more time-consuming and processor heavy to work with, and requires you to add the LUT every time you add clips to the timeline or at the end of editing. To apply an overall LUT to the timeline, we first create an adjustment layer in the bin, in the same resolution as the timeline. Then drop it onto a new video layer above our edit. Then, with it selected, we search the Effects panel for the Lumetri color effect, and drag it onto the adjustment layer. In the source viewer, we can now edit the Lumetri color settings. Under Basic Correction and Input LUT, we choose Browse, navigate to the KC Newton LUT, and press Open. The clip now has the LUT applied. To apply a LUT to each clip in your bin before editing, we start by opening a clip from the bin in the viewer. Then we switch to the Effects tab in the browser, search for Lumetri color, and drop this onto the source viewer. Now we can add the LUT to the master clip by navigating to the Effects tab, the Lumetri settings, Basic Correction and Input LUT, and loading the KC Newton LUT. Now the clip will already have the LUT applied whenever it is edited into your sequence. Once we've applied the LUT to one clip in the bin, it's possible to copy the same effect to all the other master clips in your bin. Just click the Lumetri color effect on the current clip once, like this, and press Command or Control-C. Then select all the master clips in your bin except for the current one, and press Command or Control-V for paste. Now all the clips have the LUT pre-applied for editing. Just be aware that by following this method, your clips will have the LUT applied as what is called a master effect and not a clip effect. This means that after you put the clip on your timeline and double-click it there to edit it in the viewer, the Lumetri color effect you added will only show up under Master in the Effects tab or in the color grading pane. This means the LUT is always present on every instance of the clip in your edit, even if individual instances have different clip effects in addition. This is similar to how Premiere treats footage from the Aria Mira and Alexa Mini, with LUTs automatically applied. To apply a LUT to each clip on the timeline after you've made an edit or are finished editing, you can follow a similar process. Drop the Lumetri color effect on one clip in the timeline, add the LUT in the settings, then copy the clip itself with Command Control-C. Select all the other clips and use the Paste Attributes command. Here, you uncheck everything except the Lumetri color effect. This will apply the Lumetri color effect, including the LUT, to all the selected clips. In this case, the effect is added as a clip effect, not a master effect, making it easier to work with on an edit-by-edit basis. Once you've finished your edit, you can perform a simple color grade directly within Premiere, using the camera LUT as a starting point. That's all for part 3. Check out the next video for part 4.